Oh my god. So like, it's summer. I can barely believe it either. But I finished all my finals. Today grades came out. Passed them all. And I'm not failing math for the quarter, which is great. Now I finally feel like I can get up and relax and not really have to worry about school for a little bit. And with that comes the fact that I can now give you advice on being a sophomore. And that's what this is all about. So here are 5 tips for getting through sophomore year. So tip 1, and honestly the most important one when you go in, don't underestimate it. So coming in freshman year, they kind of ease you into everything. And for me, freshman year was easy, and for you it might have been. But as a sophomore, work does pick up. Like, it's harder than you might have expected, and that honestly happened to me too in the beginning. I kind of went in with the mentality that it would be the same as like the middle of freshman year, and for a little bit it was, but then it really did pick up. Subjects got harder. Expectations were definitely higher because you're no longer new. And that's like the biggest thing here. You're expected to do better. You have more of a responsibility than you did as a freshman, and the teachers are going to expect that you know that. Tip number 2, balance your workload. You're going to regret it if you have 0 time to do anything else other than schoolwork, because it's really important to have that work-life balance in high school, especially sleep too. And if you feel like you're sacrificing too much of any of those factors, you might need to drop a class or switch into a easier version of that class rather than stick to the class that's giving you the most trouble. Like, yeah, it's good to persevere, but in the end, your mental health should come pretty high in your priority list. In the end, mental health should be pretty high in your priorities, so if you feel like you're sacrificing too much of your social life or your sleep schedule for a class, then you might have to reconsider taking it, especially in the very first few weeks of school. And if you don't do well on like the first test or something, consider other options. And that's not even a bad thing either, as long as you still try your hardest and make the most of that class, then you should be fine. Tip number 3, start building relationships with your teachers. Even in freshman year, you should begin to kind of find teachers that suit you, the departments that suit you. Like, mine are personally English and social studies, and I get along well with the teachers I have in those subjects. Not that I don't with others, it's just that those subjects also come easier to me. And it's also very important because in junior year, which I'm going into, you're going to need to ask for letters of recommendation for college. And that's very important. So if you're in a club with a teacher that you have or a teacher that you had, it's really important to maintain a relationship so that you can get a good letter of recommendation. And it's also helpful because they might be able to help you with anything that you have going on in that subject too. It's not all about college, which is true. It's just very important to start making the most of like your resources, and especially your teachers, because in sophomore year you might find a teacher you really like and you might want to join their club or just keep in contact with them and like stay after school, say hello. Like, it doesn't have to be like buddy-buddy, but enough so that they have a favorable opinion of you. And obviously you should enjoy their presence too. Like, I'm not saying to like go to a teacher you hate just so that you can get a good letter of rec, because obviously that's not really going to work out, and I don't know, it's just not worth faking liking something like that, liking a teacher like that. I don't know. My 4th tip, have fun. So it's very important to keep your grades up and study and do your work, but it's also just as important to maintain your friendships and stuff, because while you do see them in school, it's way more fulfilling to, go out on a Saturday to like the mall or something and walk around with your friends. Like, I feel like we all do that, but I feel like we don't do it enough. And I'm going to make it a thing next year as well to hang out with my friends more often, because it's really like, it's cleansing in a way, because you're not at school, you're just seeing the people you like outside of a place you're forced to go to. And it's really important to keep something like that going. And it's just really important to make the most of these years while you have them. Like, if you want to go to a party, go to a party. Be responsible, obviously, but go to the party. You're never really going to have a time like this ever again. So it's really up to you to make the most of it with your friends, and to just really savor these years while you have it, even if you don't like it. We're only in high school once. We're never going to experience anything like this again, even with our own children. If you happen to have children when you're older, I should really stop. But if you have children in the future, it's not going to be the same. You only have this time in this specific era once. And I feel like it's important to make the most of it while you can, and yeah, maintain a good social life. And my 5th tip, join more clubs and get involved with the clubs that you're already in. So you might have already applied for a position, but if you haven't as a freshman, you might want to consider doing that as a sophomore. It's just really good to get involved with clubs. It is very good for college. It is also very good to enrich yourself in extracurriculars, because it might open your eyes, it might make you learn something, it might help you be a better person if you do a club that like does charity events and stuff. But get involved with your clubs, get involved with the people in your club. You might make a new friend, especially if some new people join the next year. You might make a new friend, who knows. Same with sports. Try a sport if you haven't. Like, just try new things, because sophomore year is a very good time to try them, because you're still an underclassman and you still have 3 more years to go. And once you're in junior and senior year, it's more kind of like enhancing all that stuff. So if you try it out now and you see that you like it, you still have more years to develop it. And that's, I don't know, it's important. It's important in life too. Develop your skills. You know, I'm just smart like that. But yeah, that is all I have for you today. And thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a fat like. And if you like me, consider subscribing. We're 52 strong. It really warms my heart. Thank you. Have a great day. See ya.